In this video, we will see how to add the Facebook tracking pixel and also the API to allow Facebook to track conversions from our website built on Framework360 more effectively. APIs have become essential after the iOS 14.5 update, which has essentially made Facebook blind to tracking conversions on various external websites. First, we need to create our pixel. We go to business.facebook.com and we will find ourselves on a page similar to this one. At this point, we go to the left where all the tools are and click on Event Management. Here, we simply need to go to the left. Where do we find the plus sign? And click on Connect Data Sources. Once clicked, we will find ourselves on a page similar to this one where we can select whether to create a web pixel, an app pixel for various mobile devices, a pixel that can be used for offline conversions, for CRM or for messages. In this case, we should click on Web and then click on Connect. Once done, a sort of configuration wizard will open and we can easily close it. Until we reach, indeed, a screen similar to this one where we will find an overview of what will arrive. Here, under all the events coming from our site, we will have the possibility to test, perform diagnostics, and view the history of operations performed. And especially what interests us at this moment, the Settings tab. We access the Settings tab and scroll down until we find the dataset ID. We click on Copy ID to Clipboard and then access the back office of our website built on Framework360. We go to the sidebar on the left, click on Tracking, and then Web Tracking. If we already have a web tracking project created, we can easily use it, provided that it was obviously created for the site we want to track. We can see the link here. Otherwise, let's create a new one and select the domain where we want to track our events. My interest in this tutorial is to track this very simple demo site, created specifically to show you how it works. And so I will just need to take the dataset ID and add it where I find it. Facebook ID, pixel. How can we see it? Once the ID is entered, the option to add a Facebook access token will also open up in an extremely simple way through a copy and paste to enable the use of Facebook Ads conversion APIs. This module has been entirely designed on Framework360 and currently there is no similar module on any other platform. As we can see, in fact, it is very convenient because it allows tracking of any click on any shop. Content, submission of form adds to cart, begins checkout and purchases. For example, even page scrolling, when the user scrolls the page to a certain point, the session duration, simply by clicking Activate and go on to add our preferred tracking events, referring to the complete tutorial dedicated to the web tracking module. If we want to add the Facebook access token, we need to go back into the Facebook event data management section, go down to the settings section, as we saw before, and reach the direct integration configuration. We just need to click on Generate Access Token. Once Facebook has generated our access token for the conversion API, we just need to copy it and paste it into the input dedicated to the conversion API. Once this is done, we can click Save. And how can we see this that I have opened now? It is the Metapixel Helper, which is an add-on for Google Chrome, but you can also find it for Firefox Edge, etc., which allows you to know in real time. If there is a pixel on the site you want to check, in this case, I haven't reloaded the page yet, so how can we see the Metapixel? Helper tells me that no pixel was found. But if I reload the page, how can we see? Framework360 will have enabled our Facebook pixel and will have already enabled the page as well. View, which is the page view that occurs every time a visitor visits our website. By doing so, Framework360 will automatically inform Facebook of the page view, the tracking. Of course, we can add all the tracking goals we want to ensure that Facebook detects conversions in an extremely simple way. For example, if I wanted to track everyone who clicks on the button to join the Framework360 Facebook community, I would just need to go into the section Web Tracking Module Goals. Scroll down, find the action, click, activate it, and then, for example, do a visual selection. We can very easily, as the explanation says, click on an element with the right mouse button or hold it down for more than a second. If I click on this button to join the group with the right button, how can we see? It will recognize the HTML div of the button bar in question, and by clicking Confirm, it will simply add it as a CSS selector to allow me to track its clicks. Here, I can add an event that will appear in the Framework360 statistics. For example, click on Community, and then by clicking on third-party tracking, as we can see, I can send the same event just tracked also to the Facebook pixel. Obviously, through the APIs as well. If I have configured them as we saw before, in this case, I can, for example, click on Community. Hen, if I want to use iständiga custom event by clicking on Save. Let's go here, reload the page as we can see. In fact, there is no event tracked. If I click Enter the group, the Framework360 community will obviously open, where we always invite you to join. But by going to the Metapixel helper, we can see that our custom event will have been passed. Click on Community and Facebook will have received it both through the pixel and through the APIs. Let me make a small digression. We talk about custom events when we write something of our choice to send to Facebook. But let's remember that Meta provides a page called Specifications for standard events, where it advises us to use standard events, which it automatically recognizes and associates with the action. Clearly that we have tracked, for example, we might think that the button Enter the group, it's not a button to enter a community, but maybe it's a button to add to the cart. Or we can, possibly send contact. If we want to let Facebook know that someone has contacted us, perhaps through a contact form or a click on the phone number. Going further down, for example, we can find others as well, such as lead, if we think that the click on Enter the community can be considered a lead. Because anyway, someone might sign up for the community, and consequently, for us, they are a potential customer. So we would do well to send the word lead, as you simply do by going to this page that we can find by searching on Google for events, standard, Facebook. And going down, we will take the item that is inside, thus ignoring FBQ track, etc., because Framework360 already does this automatically. We will simply take the parameter accepted by Facebook, we copy it, go into our web module tracking page, and add the word lead exactly the same, as it is found in the table. Once saved and the page reloaded, as we can see by clicking on Enter the group. The Metapixel helper will no longer track the previous event, but will now track the ID, which will be a standard event. So, men mo po mio sa wiki mo indeed recognized by Facebook. Obviously, along with this, we can track anything else, and this applies to every action. We always just need to enable third-party tracking, as we can see in other actions, which, for example, Framework360 already automatically recognizes will pass the view content. As we can see, this is a standard event. Let's look for it on the content view page. We have already taken care of adding the standard events to make your life easier. Or, for example, a very interesting thing for e-commerce is the purchase tracking action, which by enabling third-party tracking will send the word purchase to Facebook. And indeed, by searching for purchase, it will be associated with a standard purchase event, the completion of a purchase generally indicated by the receipt of the order confirmation. Of course, we also take care of sending them all the parameters they request, as we can see. In fact, we can send the currency, the value, etc. We can also add dynamic values, and everything will be extremely simple, as we can see in this screen. Let's remember that along with Facebook, we can simultaneously send the same tracking action to Google Analytics, Twitter, Microsoft Ads, TikTok, etc.